bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake?
Yeah. Unknown Brain, Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming, it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I find somebody else to love me one day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you frowning, see you looking down and out. Coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it. You so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music. I'm saying
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say you always want what you can't have, and what you have you can. But still, my heart, the moment I laid eyes on it. Well, how do you know how you will feel when everything changes? This fear, where will I go? Where will you be? How will I know the one for me? Well, how do you know? 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 You always want what you can't have, and what you have you can. But still, my heart, the moment I laid eyes on it. Well, how do you know how you will feel when everything changes? This fear, where will I go? Where will you be? How will I know the one for me? How do you know how you feel when everything changes?
10 seconds. Stabilizing. Hibernation activated.
All the things we do for dreams, all of the things I do for me. I know the world is saying nobody around to give me.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Feel me like a Hellcat. Coming like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here now for the Tier 2 race here at Suzuka, and have a look, it's raining. Okay, so as usual, I'm Kunazero. With me is C Carrot.
Skies have opened up. This is going to be chaos.
Oh, as Matthew McConaughey would say, all right. So we have 18 minutes here. We have 18 minutes on the clock for qualifying. We have 11 drivers here today. And it's going to be very interesting to see how some of these guys can make their way around this track in the wet. Oh, man. It always seems to be Tier 2 that gets a little bit shafted.
Tier 1 didn't need any more chaos.
Yeah, that's right.
We just don't practice. We don't practice as wet.
It is going to be a dry race, though.
Ah, it's going to be a dry race. Okay, so also with us here is Band, the legendary Band, who pulled off quite an amazing defensive drive. Not enough to hold off Seb, but it was close. It was very close.
I did my best.
That's it. Okay, let's have a quick little update here from the Tier 2 standings. Coach still way ahead. Currently 298 points, which puts him in first position. T-Mac, closest behind him, he is at 189. So there is 100 points of difference, and we're at Suzuka. So, I mean, Coach wins.
Yeah.
Pretty much. There's, 3 races left? Or 4, including Suzuka. Yeah. So I don't think Coach can lose this, but we'll see.
4 DNFs and some 4 T-Mac wins will make things interesting.
And then, of course, Shrimp, which he's been doing really well as of late. He had a little bit of a slow start, but from Spa onwards, he's really shown up. He's currently in third with 149 points. And then if we have a look at the Tier 2 constructors, Renault is currently leading with 334 points, with Mercedes in second and McLaren in third. So we'll see how those change up throughout the course of today's race here in Suzuka. And so rainy qualifying as we see the majority of drivers out on track. We've only got 2 in the pits so far, so they'll be finalising setups and whatnot. So we'll jump on with... let's have a look. Let's see what our resident DK, as he comes across the line, Red Panda.
Yeah,
his way down
one will be on him.
Okay,
Master of handle.
let's have a look. He'll come into that first corner now. So yes, the master of handling. We'll see how well he can handle this. This Ferrari in the rain. So as Band said, it is a wet qualifying, but it is a dry race. So we'll see how... Okay, hold on. Combat Rat just retired from the race.
Yep,
And we now have a Sector 3 yellow flag. Alright, we'll have to watch that one, see what's going on there. Ooh, Red Panda having to fight that wheel a little bit. I think that's going to cost him, and you can see that gearbox is over revving. Comes down in a hairpin now. Okay, so now up through 200R.
Let's get a bit of wheel spin out of that corner. Might short shift a bit. As we've got CK into the wall. Done that. Turn 1.
Okay, so now down the back stretch. Will he hold it flat here in the rain? Nah, backs off just a little bit, plays the safe game. Alright, so Red Panda, he'll be the first to cross. What are we looking at? 141.0, so he will take provisional pole for now.
Impulse is on a fast lap 2. Looking pretty good.
Sector 2, Sector 3, yellow flag is skill. Woo! There goes Impulse. There goes Impulse.
That was fun to watch. He just slid off sideways. That was reminded me of the drag strip around Hockenheim.
So Skins Came across there with a 143.3. He'll take second. Impulse just went off there at the hairpin, so you can see how much the handling does change from dry to wet conditions. T-Mac with a 152.1. Fairly slow, but he'll be able to improve as time goes on. Jacob Meister with a 143.2. That puts him in second now. Shrimp comes across with a 156.1. Zudix doing a 155.1. Great job there from the Williams. Puts himself in fifth. His Impulse is limping his way around the track now. CK80 as well. He seems to be coming into the pits. A bit of an issue there. Looks like himself, Ali, and Coach all in the pits. So we're just waiting on those last 4 drivers to make an attempt. Impulse will come around. He'll jump in the pits as well. So Red Panda doing a great job solidifying that provisional pole.
Yeah, you guys. Might eliminate the old corner cut to be prevalent in Tier 2 sometimes. Now.
Alright, so Red Panda, will he be coming into the pits? Yes. So we see Ali here on an outlap, so we'll stay here with the Renault.
T-Mac setting up. Purple second sector there. Comes up with final chicane.
Let's see, he'll cross the line here with a 141.7. Great job there from the Toro Rosso. Puts him in a second. As both Renaults now out for a on their outlap, so they're getting prepared to do their flying. So 10 minutes 45 remaining on that qualifying clock. See how much they can improve. Red Panda still holding on to that pole position.
Well, this will cause chaos at race start as all get adjusted to suddenly get thrown in the dry.
So we've got a sector 2 yellow flag. Alright, as Ali comes around the triangle, punches his way onto the start line. Let's jump on board with him. Here we go for the flying lap. Makes his way up to first corner. Nice speed through there. Taking it easy. Makes his way through Snake. Now up into that infamous CRX corner. In the wet. Doing a great job so far to hold it.
Missing a couple of apexes there. Yeah.
He stays that middle line through hairpin.
Keeping it in second. It's nice and smart.
Mikau, it is a dry race, according to our weather guys. So it is a wet qualifying, dry race. There's Ali here coming through Spoon. And he'll try and flat it all the way up to 130R. Will Ali, the newcomer to the Tier 2 group, can he hold it flat?
Don't lift, don't lift.
Nah, he lifts out a little bit. Everybody here taking the safe line. We go down through the gears here. 133 as he makes his way. 136 on the out. So he'll hit that DRS and cross the line with a 142.0. That puts him in third. Great drive from the Renault. Let's jump on board with his teammate who's making his way up to 130R now.
Purple first sector for Coach. Wide as
getting a little bit unstuck there on the curb coming out of 130R. But 136 as he comes across, he'll probably match the time of his teammate, if not beat it. Here it comes, 141. A 141.1 puts himself into second. Do you really expect anything? Oh, Skins comes
Out of
across
nowhere.
140.8. Takes away provisional pole from Red Panda, which of course in turn forces Coach down by 1 position as well. So jump back on board with Impulse. Had a pretty rocky first flying lap, of course, spinning out on hairpin. Seems to do pretty well now, down through the gears. Let's have a look. He should exit out for a good time. He'll exit out here at 136. Yes, he does, so he'll probably be somewhere 3rd or 4th. Let's have a look. He'll come across the line with a 141.7. That puts him into 5th, just underneath T-Mac.
Starting to find something now. T-Mac lead session.
So T-Mac, alright, maybe a little bit of a disconnect there. T-Mac with a 141.7. Sure he can improve on that. Who was the other driver that didn't make CK80? He did a 142.5. So that's put him in 7th. 7 minutes to go here in qualifying. Red Panda takes fastest lap again. 140.6. Great job there from the Ferrari. So there'll be a little bit of a battle between him and Skins. Alright.
It's good wheel control, certainly trumps in the wet. Similar pace of the race. Guys, pull down laps. Calm before the storm as Coach improves and goes pole provisionally by 10th over Panda.
So Coach with a 140.5.
It's interesting because he left time out there. He was a white first sector. So, sector 3 was blistering though. Perfect.
Great drive there from the Renault. Puts himself in a provisional pole. So T-Mac in the pits. He's still waiting to rejoin. Impulse comes around, so he'll be going into the pits as well. CK80 doing the same. Don't know. No, nobody here currently on a flying lap. Everyone's... Looks like Zudix will be coming out now for his out. Yep. So 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in this wet qualifying for Tier 2 at Suzuka. Coach currently holding that prized pole position. Can Red Panda come out of the pits and knock him down a peg? Or will he hold on to it? Zudix here in the Williams on his outlap. Looks like T-Mac's come back in as well because he's on his outlap as well. So I'm very interested to see how the bump at the just at the start of that straight, that main straight, is going to affect some of our Tier 2 drivers. We saw it unsettle a lot of the Tier 1 guys.
Yeah, should be okay. A little bit bumpy. Buzzy. Spin. Going this time. But for guys like T-Mac, I control it harder.
So Zudix now just finishing up his outlap. Comes through that triangle. And he comes now onto that main straight. We'll jump on board here with the Williams. Crosses that DRS, crosses the start line. So he'll start his flying lap. The rain not easing up at all. Ooh, goes very, very tight on that line. The car parked in the middle. Looks like CK80 there. So that's going to cost Zudix a lot of time. Just managed to put his... Ooh, he's drifting, but he's caught it. Good job. But yeah, he put that right tyre, the front right tyre, dipped it too far into the grass.
Yeah.
You can see that he's now slowed down.
I think he's pulled out of this lap.
He's definitely pulled out of this lap. Let's go up to
T-Mac's
T-Mac.
on fasty.
He's now braking into the hairpin. Ooh, have a look at there at the fight. He's just losing traction there. Manages to keep it steady though. Ooh. Oh man, you can see how hard he's fighting.
I feel like the rain's actually getting heavier. I think.
A little bit wide, keeps that inside line, okay. Let's see if he floors it all the way to 130R. What will his sector 2 time tick out to? Currently sitting at 141.7. Here we go. He'll cross down, 4/10 down. So no, he will not be improving this time around.
I feel like the rain's getting heavier. I think the best running might be done. We'll see as Coach and Panda's on the outlap.
Jump up 2 with Skins. Looks like he's on a flying lap. Oh my god, did I see that right? No, I didn't. Okay, that was just a little bit of a glitch there. That's okay. So
It's down as well. Quite a bit. Not sure we're going to see any improvement. Rain is coming down. Pretty back to Skins. It's 2 seconds slower than teammate. First section. So he's pulled out of the lap.
So here comes Skins around that sector 2. Down by 3 seconds, so not a great lap for him.
And he's on a fastie, so we'll see how it goes. He's actually got a car in front of him, which is he's purple sector 1, so chance.
So in through Dagner now. Skins has been disqualified from the session.
He spun on the finals S, so that's a harsh one.
Okay, so Skins is disqualified from the session. That is very unfortunate. So both Combat Rat and Skins, both McLarens, out of our qualifying.
Panda getting a big toe by Shrimp. He doesn't really want it through there, even.
Which way is Shrimp going to go? Is Shrimp on a fast lap? He is.
Oh
my god, are we actually seeing fighting right now?
We are.
Qualifying lap?
And it's going to ruin both of their laps, I think. But Panda's going purple second sector, though.
It'll be interesting to see how that comes through. Alright, so Red Panda coming out in 36. Across the line, gets pole. Shrimp not improving at all.
Shrimp's
140.1. So yeah, Red Panda takes pole position, but maybe in a little bit of a controversial way.
Shrimp lost 6 seconds in that final sector, so I think he must have had a spin after take.
Shrimp's out. Shrimp is out. So yeah, maybe
Coach is into the wall too. Final corner. But look at it. So he was up too. It was purple in second sector and he spun it. So it'll be Panda on pole at this rate. Unless Jacob can do something about it.
So we've got a couple of guys out there. So Coach is finalised. He's at 140.5 currently in second. Red Panda retires. He's currently on a provisional pole. Impulse retires as well. He's currently in fourth. Jacob Meister still out. Looking to improve. And he does improve 1/10 up on his time through sector 1. So, I mean, at that rate, there won't be any form of improvement above Coach. But we'll see.
It's on track for a 140, but yeah, I don't think it'll be Coach beating us yet. 10th off Coach.
And takes Red Panda there as they come up in a spoon. Oh, kisses the curb a little bit too much. Have a look at that car control though. Keeps the Alpha nice.
Timo Glock out there.
Is that Timo Glock? Oh, we see 3 cars here coming through 130R. It's a yellow flag.
Oh, God.
Oh, they are in the worst, absolute worst spot, but they move out of the way just in time. Great job there, but no! He
What a
can't
power slide.
slow down. Tell me.
He didn't cut that at all. Perfect, Owls.
Wait a second.
Oh, it didn't improve. But
He didn't improve, but he held it through that. That was great. He held that so well. Alright, so that is everyone done. Everyone else has retired. CK80 currently in the pits. We'll just have to wait for him to reach his pit crew.
So not a good quality for Mercedes, and a McLaren in the headlines again. Not sure what happened with Shrimpo and Panda.
Yeah, sorry, as we wait for the time to count down, I think we've also got that nut right here. Just snuck here into the commentator's box.
In here lurking, yeah.
I think so, no worries. Alright, so that'll be qualifying done and dusted. Congratulations to Red Panda, doing a great job to get there on pole. Might be a little bit of controversy on how he did that. Of course, with as he overtook Shrimp on that flying lap. Shrimp retired, so I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll have to have a look at it. Coach taking second with a 140.5, and Jacob Meister third with a 141.0. And of course, both Mercedes drivers, Combat not setting a time for an early disconnect, and Skins disqualifying for spinning the opposite way and blocking traffic. And of course, the game doesn't allow you to sit for a long time when you're facing the wrong way, so he got hit hard. He'll start at the back. So a hard job. It's going to be a tough job here for both Mercedes.
Now these guys have to find 25 seconds to drive, so suddenly got to turn it on in the brain.
All right, so we'll just wait.
Find whole new brake lines.
Yeah, wait for all of our
points. I should say.
Wait for all of our tier 2 drivers to finalise all their setups and race strategies. Oh, well, I mean, it's Parc Ferme, so their setups are pretty much done. But it'll come down to what fuel load, what tyres, so on and so forth. So we got 3, 6, 9. We got 11 drivers, so it should be a pretty okay race.
They have the blessing, of course, to see T1's tyre strat, try and emulate whoever they thought did it best.
Yes, that is true.
But T1 having a safety car throws a spinner in the works here. Well,
I would be opting to start on the medium tyre. That would be my choice.
Get it out of the way, you reckon, and throw it.
Yeah. And then you've also got the chance of getting fastest lap.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, looks like the drivers are starting to ready up. So let's have a look at how those strategies pan out. Of course, those our drivers will have to complete their formation lap and then re-grid up, and then we'll be off and away. Got about 10 seconds away as Impulse, our last driver, to be ready.
Might try and do a pretty quick formation lap. Let's try and find their break points again.
Okay, so let's get ourselves set up. Really wish it had saved this so I don't have to do this every time. Anyway. Alright, so a slow start there from T-Mac.
Coach starting on the medium, T-Mac and Combat.
All starting on the medium tyre. So the majority of the grid on soft, but those 3 on the medium tyre. So we'll see how their strategies pan out as opposed to others.
Key to watch then will be Panda needs to build a lead. Just build a nice gap with Coach. Coach will of course be much quicker near the end of the race.
For Red Panda to build the lead, he has to keep the car nice and straight. And
First thing he needs to think about is he needs to, yeah, well, that helps certainly, but he needs to build at least a second. Suddenly it's hard to shake.
The tyre deck isn't too bad around here, so should get a decent amount of pace out of those softs. But like you said, getting that second margin in 2 laps is going to be key.
Who did we see in T1? Someone ended up doing 15, 16 laps on the Zoffs. CRX.
Yeah, they go for a while.
Yeah, and they were still only in. So, see-through on softs at the safety car.
Although, there are some tracks where you've got low tyre wear percentage, but the tyre's kind of lost its grip. So, yeah, it can be a fine line sometimes.
The lap time started to equal out the medium tyres fast.
So, what do we reckon about this turn 1?
You've just got to leave space. hopefully you're on the inside. Yeah, they've just got to be aware of who's around them. Oh no, T-Mac.
Ah, freak.
But he's on. He's on the grid, so
He will be on the grid, so
we should be okay. All right, everybody lining up back. T-Mac will have to try and join in as quick as possible, but the lights wait for no one.
AI gets a good start.
Here we go.
Usually.
5 lights. They all go off. Look at
AI's jumped the start.
Oh my god. No, it didn't, because apparently he didn't get a bloody penalty for it. So the AI absolutely pitch perfect here. So let's go. Red Panda moves up into that turn 1. Oh my god. Impulse.
Straight off into the dirt.
Impulse is way off in the dirt there. Let's go through the rest of the grid. As it looks like CK80 didn't have a great time around turn 1 either. So Zudix in the Williams climbs up.
Ali's off as well.
Yes. Looks like Ali's had a bit of a spin. He'll have debris on those tyres. An unfortunate start for him. So he went off in Snake. Other two went off at turn 1. And it's already, chaos has already started to boil down. Jacob putting a bit of a tyre there in the grass. So he comes through the Degner corners.
Panda already got that second margin that he needs.
1.3.
Impulse. He just went dead straight first corner. You not see it coming.
he did mention earlier that he had been drinking. So.
Ah, well, yeah, okay.
When you drink, never drive, as the saying goes.
That's exactly right.
We'll just drive the fastest car in the world.
Come on, mate. It's only one beer. No thanks.
Oh, what an ad.
Those acting skills.
Oh, Nico Rosberg.
Fine, Nico gets the big bucks.
There's a reason why he's not in a car anymore, man. So Skins, have a look at this. Goes through 130R right up on the back of Jacob Meister in the Alpha. So he'll be looking for an early overtake. Now, of course, DRS isn't activated until lap 3, so these guys will have to rely on toe alone and sheer skill. Oh, God, Jacob. 5-second penalty already. Speeding in the pit lane. No whackers.
Yeah, it's definitely a body part off dirt on first corner, Jacob.
So
maybe he hadn't the pass rather than part of.
So there's something good to point out, which is that Coach has brought the gap between him and Red Panda, who is our leader, down underneath that 1 second. And as I say that, it goes back up to 1 second, so never mind.
Yes.
T-Mac looks like he's rejoined, and he's now encroaching very, very close to the Macca Coach.
My interval times were all over the shop. It's saying he's 10th of Coach, but
wait, yeah.
But Shrimp's right up the back of T-Mac, but it says he's the second off him, so intervals are a complete mess.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for the next lap, because you can see that, or at least on my screen, it looks like we've got a couple of interval bugs from the back. So right now, if you have a look, Shrimp is doing everything he can to chase down that Toro Rosso, and Skins is all over that McLaren. So right now, it's looking pretty good. Let's jump on board a little bit with the McLaren. See if he can make an overtake here as they come down to the 130R. He goes up on the outside, but the McLaren keeps the speed. Oh, takes a nice line through 130R. Keeps the speed up, so he'll hit the brakes. Hopefully nobody collides into anybody. Yep, seems pretty clean.
T-Mac's going to be a sitting duck as DRS will turn on next lap.
Alright, so here it goes. The Mercedes and the McLaren are side by side. Here we go. Oh my god, he threads the needle. Shrimp takes 2 positions. Skin takes 1. T-Mac drops down to 5th.
Safe to say Shrimp found the best braking. That's Wits past. Go Santa Silk.
Alright, so Jacob at the back there. He went into the pits. Fresh soft. He had, looks like Mikko missing an end plate. Okay. Right, so that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. I saw that. I think he hit Impulse.
Something's happened with Impulse.
Something happened.
He's dropped down all the way to 10th. There's Ali awfully close to the back of Combat.
Impulse is left.
He'll probably rejoin soon. So, I mean, props to Skins. He's made it all the way to 4th.
Up 7 places.
So here we are, watching Ali as he's trying to make the overtake here on Combat. Let's jump on board, see what he can do. Tries to go up on the outside, backs off a little bit, plays it safe. So now he'll have a decent setup as they come down into the back stretch. Here we go. Massive toe line as you move into 130R. He'll stay on the outside, but he does run the risk of getting forced out by the Mercedes if he's not careful. But no, Combat gives him enough space. Great sportsmanship there, but the Renault will take 7th. Combat drops 1. Red Panda, 132.8, new fastest lap.
Skins is about to go past Shrimpo. Final S. Does it.
Alright, so into the first corner. Skins takes 3rd. Shrimp falls back 1, and T-Mac, he's now clambering up the ranks as well, trying to push back that position that he lost to both T-Mac and both to Skins and Shrimp rather.
Doing pretty well on those mediums to stay in touch. That's the key.
Jacob gets a fastest lap at the back there, 131.9.
Coach is falling right off. He's done what he needed to do. He's built a gap. It's a bit more.
Alright, so Impulse, 0.7, the back there behind CK80. Shrimp is at 0.9, so he's just floating underneath that DRS limit. T-Mac 0.7. Red Panda's got a nice 3.94 second lead.
Yeah, Panda's a nice 6/10 faster each lap. So he needs to keep building that gap. We know Coach will be quick. Final
Here's something to point out. T-Mac is rapidly closing this gap to the McLaren. Here he comes out of the triangle. 0.7 right now, so he'll be in DRS range. Shrimp will not. So this is going to give this Toro Rosso quite a massive speed boost, but is it enough to catch up into turn 1? I don't think so, but it'll do a really good job to catch him up. Here we go. How much speed can he hold in? T-Mac's doing a great job here. Oh, the McLaren bleeds off heaps. And that's allowed the Toro Rosso to catch up quite nicely. 0.3 now the gap. T-Mac, of course, on the medium tyre, Shrimp on the soft.
Yeah, key here for T-Mac. They Shrimp those tyres with laps.
As we see,
at the end.
Shrimp just dipped a couple of tyres there onto the grass. It's going to scrub some. T-Mac will capitalise. Impulse at the back here. He's trying to overtake CK80 as they come through Degnut. CK80 having a lot of trouble in these past races.
Just be a little bit out of practice. Impulses march.
Ali's also caught up to the back of Zudix.
Now down within that 0.6. So T-Mac and Impulse in a very good striking zone. Ali's getting awfully close as well. You can see. Oh, Impulse goes right past CK80. Great job there from the Ferrari. Ali not quite managing to make it past. So the Ferrari doing his job. Looks like Ali's about to do it. Goes up on the outside. Zudix will see him fly straight past.
Zudix had nothing to fight with there out of ERS. T-Mac still lingering behind. Smell.
So Impulse's next target is the Mercedes of Combat. But he'll have to break down 2 seconds of gap to do it. Judging by the driving that we're seeing, he'll probably be able to do so.
Monster corner cut there by T-Mac. That fast right-hander. Just falling outside the second mark.
So nobody is within DRS range at the moment.
Very tough.
Ali's starting to catch the back of T-Mac now. Jeez, he's taken a lot of time out of him already.
Oh, as we see, T-Mac dip those tyres into the grass again. If he keeps doing that, Ali will have much
looking
quicker
at
section.
telemetry, Ali was 1.1 second faster from sector. So
all he has to do is not crash in the middle of the track on the last lap. That's it. That's all he has to do.
In the war.
Have a look at that broadcast camera. That is lovely watching T-Mac as he crosses the line there. And he just gets it under that 1 second. Have a look. Go Toro Rosso. Flying towards turn 1. That's allowed him to bring it down. Ali still floating around that 2.3 second mark. As Impulse has brought the DRS limit towards the back of that Mercedes. He's now floating around the 1 second.
Much better set of corners there for T-Mac.
You can see T-Mac on the on that ERS. Like, I mean, he's putting it in 0. He's got 76%. Use it, mate.
Much cleaner lap this time for T-Mac, and we're up.
0.6 now as they come into the hairpin. This will actually put T-Mac in a great spot as long as he can hold it through Spoon.
Pulse now within DRS of combat in front of him. He's lapping a second and a half faster than combat.
This is a great drive here from T-Mac. Let's go on board as he has to make his way through Spoon. All he has to do is hold it well. Looks like he had a little bit of an upset with the steering wheel coming through Spoon. 0.6 now the gap. He'll have great tow capacity, but nope. That McLaren is way too far ahead for any of that to come into effect. So DRS will be his only save. Let's have a look. Got to keep it nice and steady through here. 0.5. Where's it exploded up to? 0.9. And McLaren got such a better exit speed out of that. T-Mac going faster in that last sector by 500ths. But it's not going to be enough to give him that. Let's jump on board with
jump by Ali.
Impulse here. Getting closer and closer to the back of that Mercedes. Will he go for an inside turn 1? No, Combat Rat already starts to move over. Impulse having to hit
a bit of a brake check and a half.
Impulse having to hit the brakes hard. This Combat Rat held that line. Ooh.
I have Baku flashbacks of Vettel and Hamilton.
Alright, so Ali has now brought it into the DRS zone. 0.6 seconds between him and T-Mac. T-Mac hasn't been able to make the move on Shrimp, but it looks like Ali will make the move on the Toro. Oh, come on, Impulse.
Oh, you thought that was bad. T-Mac took another meter out of that a couple of ago. It's an easy corner to do. It's so...
Oh, Impulse on the inside!
Oh.
Impulse on the inside. It's going to be a bad exit, though. I'm sure the Mercedes will drive away, and it does. It's a great idea from the Ferrari, but the problem is if you take that corner too tight, you don't get the exit speed.
He's going to have to DRS down this straight, though. T-Mac doesn't have it on Shrimpo, though, which is strange. I'm not sure why.
T-Mac's very close here.
Oh, it runs deep, though. I heard his exit onto the straight. Now he's going to... Ali's going to be all over him.
As Impulse is doing the same, you can see him weaving back and forth. So let's jump
Ali's
on board
going to make a dive on T-Mac here. Pulls out. Smart.
Oh, that camera. I've got to be ready to switch to that camera. That took me... Ooh, boy. Alright, so Impulse, it looks like he's going to make the move, and he does. Yep. So Impulse makes the position change. Combat gets relegated 1 position. Impulse into the wall!
Oh, no!
And that's his race over. That's all it took. Impulse put... he put that front left tyre over the curb, touched the grass, unsettled the car, and unfortunately he did it in a position where there was no runoff. And that's his race done. That car has folded in.
That was a violent hit, that one, so...
Everybody in chat, you know what to do.
What a shame. What a shame.
Spam F for Ferrari.
Grazie ragazzi. Right.
Alright, so back up the ladder we go. T-Mac now crunching down this gap. He'll probably be able to make... No, he backs off a little bit. He's got to be careful here, though, because one small brake check from Shrimp, and that's T-Mac's race over. He's going to go on the inside. This is a ballsy move. He'll have to try and hold onto it, and he does it, but now that's going to allow Ali to make up all of that gap in the back. Lap 10 of 27 as they come into that straight. The bump unsettles the Renault a little bit, but he manages to hold it. T-Mac's got DRS, so does Ali. They're going to hold their positions as they move into T1, but let's have a look at how much speed they can make up. Shrimp bleeds out a lot. T-Mac goes up right close. Ali does the same, but it looks like they all hold on, and the positions stay safe for now.
Oh, we've got a Mercedes. Skins is in the wall. Oh, Jesus! Not the safest re-entry I've ever seen.
Ooh, that was very, very close.
He almost took out 3 dudes then. Right, CRX corner strikes again.
Oh, Zudix! Zudix CRX corner!
Oh, no!
And it takes off the wing.
Just as the grip levels start to drop off, they start to struggle with that corner.
I can't see him yet.
Well, we are getting to the pit stop phase now.
He has no wing. He has 0 front wing. This is going to be tough. I'm going to have to stay on board because...
Oh, no contact between Ali and T-Mac.
Oh, shit. It's all happening.
Sector 1, Sector 2.
Oh, it's glitching out.
Neither have front wing damage from what I can see.
So they're going to have to be careful.
Sorry, my screen was just glitching out there. Hopefully there's no connection issues.
Alright, so we can see Ali. Oh, man. Yes, Mikael. If you talk about Zudix, he did clip the curb there. Skins gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's going to be rough. You see Ali trying to make that gap up again. Doing a great job here. Look at this train, 3rd to 5th.
This battle is really dropping them off the tail of the top 2 at the moment. 9 seconds down almost.
Coaches managed to keep that gap under 5 seconds.
Zudix made it to the pits. Great job. Usually, when your car doesn't have a front wing, as we saw a heavy one in Baku coming out of the castle, 0 front wing, absolutely punted it.
Wow. It is a Williams. Is it any faster with front wing? Or... a minute and a half down, unfortunately.
So Ali has brought down this gap to 0.29. T-Mac at 0.38. So at any time now, these guys are going to be able to make the move on each other. You can see Ali, he's looking for a peak. He holds it nice and steady. So the deciding factor is going to be the exit out of this triangle. And then, of course, onto that main straight. Each person seems to be doing pretty well. Now they move into DRS zone. Shrimp pulls out, so he's going to pull the pin early. So now the battle's going to be between T-Mac and Ali. Have a look at Ali in the Renault. T-Mac wants to break the toe. Ali isn't letting him go anywhere. T-Mac goes a little bit wide, which is going to allow the Renault to get a better exit speed, and he does. Great job there from Ali. Puts himself in a 3rd.
T-Mac felt the pressure there, I think.
T-Mac hoping that his medium tyres will pay off at some point. Ali's tyres, of course, at 11 laps, they've got to be degrading at a steady rate. But I think you said, Band, it's not too bad around here, so maybe...
It's not too bad, but 12 laps is a long way on those softs. But then again, they didn't do qualifying on them, so
yeah,
he should be pitting about now, I reckon, to not lose too much time.
Another point to make
telemetry
is...
tells me they're at 40% for those softs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have a look here, Ali driving on 11 lap old.
So we got Skins has had another spin in CRX corner.
All right.
And he's lost more wing.
Oh, that is serious damage. That's an end plate and a couple of fins. So he'll have to be careful as he makes his way around the track. If you also have a look, Red Panda still hasn't pit either. So he's in the lead. It's lap 13, still on those softs.
Yeah, no one's...
Alright, so...
Ali coming into the pits.
Ooh, so here we go. He's definitely within touch of T-Mac to make an undercut work. He can get a good outlap.
Be interesting to see where Shrimp is.
Coming onto the home straight now.
So let's have a look. Ali. And he just exits, but Shrimp beats him. Coming into turn 1. it looks like that early pit's paid off for at least one position.
Shrimp used a lot of ERS on that outlap to make that happen. Valley can close this under the second gap. Be within a chance of jumping back ahead.
He's already within a second.
Wow.
I think he got caught up in an incident lap 1. I didn't see it, but he dropped a lot of places, so he's obviously got a lot of speed.
Yeah, we know this quick.
So he is the closest gap
Clean.
so far, 0.6. As Skins goes into the pits there.
Ooh, Panda's blinked, and he's in pit as well. He managed to keep that gap about 4.8 seconds to coach for 5 laps. So.
Alright, so Red Panda in the pits. He'll switch onto the mediums, which has allowed Coach to go in at first place. But let's have a look. Does the undercut?
Max going to jump him as well.
So Ali, look at this. So close. Great job here from the Renault. Will he be able to catch him on the straight though? That's where it's going to be. Both on similar tyre life. Here we go. Out through that.
Full ERS. Use it, mate. Go, 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 go.
Smashes up an overtake. Knows what's good for him because in that 7th and 8th gear, the overtake is much more effective. It's not going to happen before turn 1, so he's going to make a choice. Will he hold the speed through turn 1? Shrimp goes out a little bit wider. Ali holds a tighter line. That McLaren holds it well. Let's have a look here. Ali now through the snake. The left-right does tend to unsettle some cars. Now we're coming up onto that infamous CRX corner. Let's see if they can keep themselves clean. Gotta watch that inside curb. Tends to spin people out, but no, both of them do it really, really well. Now they'll move on to Degner. And Ali, all the while, maintaining that 0.3 gap.
Very clean, smooth driving there by Ali. Dirty.
This is a kid with potential. You can see the way he drives. He definitely has what it takes to get up there, but he's had a couple of rough races as of late as he tries to look at a move on the inside there, but the McLaren ain't no gate open here, buddy. So Ali will just have to sit in the back and wait for that prime opportunity. Let's have a look here on the back straight. The toe's going to be heavy. Have a look at this. Shrimp places himself right in the middle of the track. He's doing a great job in defense. Ali looking for a peak, but he chooses
right off there.
He chose the safer option. He doesn't want to risk anything. Doesn't seem to have a lot of luck when he does. So now they'll move through the triangle. It looks like Shrimp's catching up to the back of Combat quite quickly. And now he'll have DRS. Okay, so the ERS is going to burn. He'll definitely catch him before turn 1, but will he be left or right? Look at Shrimp make that easy defensive move. But Ali saw it coming.
Oh no!
Shrimp is out.
No.
There was
no
contact.
damage though, so he can keep going.
There was contact. Ali cut across on that corner. Shrimp's managed to touch that back tyre. And he has spun.
I don't know who I can blame on that, to be honest. More Shrimpos. Drifted in a bit deep and just took Ali's rear tyre.
So that's caused Shrimp to drop down by 6 seconds.
Surprised Ali didn't get pit manoeuvred by it, actually. I expected it both spin.
Okay.
It's always hard going side by side through there, being such a fast corner.
Yeah, only takes one guy to go a little bit too deep, and suddenly Skin sets fastest lap.
130.9. So here we go. Lap 16. Let's have a bit of an interval update. Coach is still in the lead. 15 lap old mediums. He's got a 12-second gap to T-Mac, who's just gone into the pits. Red Panda, who's your previous race leader, he's now going to try and catch up to Coach. As long as he holds on to the current gap, he will be fine.
It's 14.8 seconds off the lead with well within the top margin.
And as we've been talking, Ali has managed to catch up to the back of the Mercedes. So now he'll come down that main straight with DRS. Now he's got to make a choice. Will he go left? Will he go right? Combat Rat. Ooh, inching just a little bit. Here we go through turn 1. Ali keeping a nice line. Combat takes it really tight, so he's lost a lot of exit speed. He's not having a great race. This race started at the back of the grid. Currently in 4th, so I mean, it's good, but he still has to pit, so I don't know after all of that gets calculated, where he'll end
This
up.
will be in about 7th, I believe. Stays as is.
Now T-Mac chasing him down on fresh softs at Toro Rosso. He's probably going to eat that Mercedes for breakfast.
Ali's a pretty safe bet for a podium the way he's going.
He's really going to need combat to keep T-Mac at bay for at least a little bit, just so he doesn't get to use the best of those softs, but we will see.
He's just lapping so cleanly and so well. Second fastest car on circuit at the Valley.
Here comes T-Mac now. Giving a nice little toe there, in through 130R. Holding it nice and well. Combat lifted up a lot more than the T-Mac
Coach
did.
Blanks comes out on softs.
Red Panda takes lead back. This Combat Rat goes in. So T-Mac will take that 4th position.
Great stint by Panda. When he pit, it was only pointed out 7.5.
Okay, so will those softs allow Coach to catch up, or will the 10 laps remaining give Red Panda the advantage on that medium compound? 7.5 seconds is a lot of time to try and make up.
He's also got 10 laps, so he's got clear air.
He only needs to be, 7, 8 ticks faster a lap. Which is certainly within fresh softs, mediums to do.
Mikko in the chat, Coach, it's hammer time. If there was a way for Codemasters to be able to patch in so these boys could have race engineers, that'd be great.
Yeah, like in iRacing, even having a spotter or something.
The T-Mac here, trying to pull off the drive of his life to catch up that 2-second gap to Ali, who Ali in his own right is driving like a man possessed. He's going to try and chase down a 9.8 second gap to Coach to get his teammate. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. There's a sector 1 yellow flag. I can't see anything on the intervals.
Sudix had a spin on the first corner.
Okay.
Same thing that happened to Impulses.
Alright, so T-Mac is dancing with that 2-second gap. He's got a lot of VRS to use. Ooh, using a lot of curve.
The T-Mac's actually fallen off Ali despite the fresh softs.
Then he takes 3/10 out of him.
Yeah,
Seems to be catching him through the corners, but maybe T-Mac's running a little bit more wing.
Both saving their ERS conservative. 92% for T-Mac.
That's a bit much.
Coach is that full ERS coming onto the straight.
That's a bit much. 92%. Like, it's there to be used, eh?
Yeah, you're leaving a lot of lap time.
Yeah, well,
you need probably 30% of it.
You'd never really want your battery to be sitting on 100% because that's just wasted harvesting.
Yeah.
So you're better off using a little bit of ERS, and if you're sitting behind someone, try and save some fuel.
Especially coming down onto the straight.
Oh, T-Mac. Oh, I don't know if anybody else saw that. There was a little bit of glitching. I thought he was absolutely spinning there, but no.
Mini heart attack.
That's what I saw before. When
I just saw it as well. Jimmy Chenga sidestep.
Well, the gap is back out to 2 seconds, so
Well, he's not making the ground he needs to make on those softs.
he's definitely losing through. Have you got top speed data there at all, or?
I don't have top speed. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, he's 7 seconds, 7k an hour slower than top speed wise.
Yeah, I reckon he's running a bit more wing.
And surprisingly, 2 front guys are slower than both. Top speed for Panda is just 308. Coach has hit 310. So
Yeah, well,
Ali has no doubt the quickest straight line car.
interesting.
So if we have a look here at the back, it's lap 19 of 27. And Combat, using those soft tyres, is closing the gap on Jacob Meister in the Alpha.
So Coach has managed to take about 2 seconds out. Laps. He's lapping about 4/10 faster last time. Not quite enough.
He's going to fall a little bit short, I feel.
We'll get into that DRS-ish area. He just needs to use some more ERS. So, 10 south.
Push now. Push now.
Push now.
Party mode. Do it.
Alright, so Combat, within that 1 second, he's using his DRS. Keeping his ERS on low, however. Oh, Jacob Meister scrubbing so much speed there into turn 1. His T-Mac still dancing around that 2 second mark. 7 laps to go.
Coach has 1.5 kilos more fuel than Panda as well.
But he has brought the gap down to 5.4. Still seven laps to go. Can Coach do it? Oh, I'll tell you what, it'd be a miracle drive if he did. It'd be a miracle drive, but it'd be what a well-deserved win.
Band's having Vietnam flashbacks, I think. At least it's Renault on Renault.
Alright, so here with Combat, getting closer and closer to the Alpha here. Moving through Spoon. Keeps a nice speed there, so he'll be set up really, really well for this back stretch into 130.
Much better lap there for Coach. He was 8/10 faster.
Wow, Combat Rat backs off a lot through 130R.
Oh, really? Lifts that much?
Yeah, I don't think he has confidence in the high-speed turning ability of that Mercedes.
Flat out. Out of armor.
And it drops out again. We've got a Sector 1 yellow flag.
We've got T-Mac. He's had a spin on the CRX corner. It's about the 10th victim tonight.
Well, that's going to look...
He's lost wing. Yeah, he's lost the whole left side of his wing. So he's bugging.
No, so that's going to give Shrimp all the advantage he needs to take it back. You can see the McLaren lurking in the distance. T-Mac's going to have to pit with that. That's going to be an absolute pig to drive.
He's going to be back in the clutches of CK80 pit. CK's coming through CRX cleanly now. So yeah, that'll put him right back into that position-ish for T-Mac by the time he gets a pit done, which is not good.
And you can see here, Shrimp smells blood in the water. And that bright orange McLaren is getting bigger and bigger in the rear views of T-Mac. Oh, T-Mac has to go out wide just to turn the corner. Yep, he hits the brakes. He'll call it early. T-Mac's going to have no choice but to go into the pits. Yep. Oh, God, he almost hit the pit wall.
Don't speed. Oh, he sped. Fuck. Hell, that's 4 seconds. He was 20k too fast then.
Alright, so here comes Combat Rat, 0.2 as they come into that main straight. Mikau gets his wish granted. Combat Rat using his ERS all the way down to 7%. So now Jacob Meister holds on to that outside line. Combat goes on the inside. The Alpha holding on to that position so far. And it worked.
T-Mac as well. So at least T-Mac does here have a chance to get fast lap. Fresh set of softs now.
Oh, there goes Combat. A little bit off there. That's just bled the time down. That corner, man. CRX corner. Oh, he did it again on the Degner. Something's going on there. Just going to keep it under control. It's just blown out to 2 seconds now. Jacobs a sigh of relief. So you can't see that silver hour anymore. And I also got to point out that Coach is down to 3.8 seconds.
About to say he was 4/10 faster that lap, so not quite as fast as the lap prior, but fast enough. Touching probably 3 laps time.
I've got to admit, this is getting me excited. Can Coach bring this back before the end of the race? And if so, it'll be one hell of a defensive battle between Red Panda and Coach. Yeah.
Hey, I've seen this one. That's fine.
Oh, Combarat was in such a prime position there, and it's unfortunately gotten ahead of him. So Jacob Meister well ahead now, 2.8 seconds. He's going to have to do some hard work to get that back. Let's jump up a couple. Let's jump on board with Coach.
Oh,
Sector 2 yellow flag.
Red Panda.
Oh my god, it's like I've called it in. So
Wow.
Red Panda's just gone off. Coach goes, hey mate, how you going? Oh, they're awfully close as they go through 130. And I think that's what Coach needed, but Red Panda's not going to give it up so easily. He's on the outside of that corner.
He's got nothing to fight with though, tyre-wise.
But he will be in the DRS detection zone. So this is going to be good. He's going to have a lot of boost, but he's going up on the left side. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Okay, so Red Panda decides, nah, screw the conventional rules. I'm going hard.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
All right, so Coach now in first. Red Panda with a little bit of a mistake, but if he can hold on to this gap, he might be in the prime position to capitalise once we get to the final stages.
He's lucky Ali's really dropped off the pace the last few laps. He's lapping 2 seconds slower than Panda and Coach. So
T-Mac's about to make a move on CK80 there, and he does it, gets 7th position.
I'd probably say he's looked at the gaps in front and behind and thought, I don't want another rusher.
he just wants to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie, right off the back of T-Mac here. Dive. Going to go around the outside, pull out. Fight again.
Red Panda staying with Coach at the moment.
See where he's going to have the answer.
You can see where the mediums aren't really keeping up. Even with DRS, Coach is so far ahead. Red Panda gets a really good line through turn 1, however. Keeps it through turn 2, and he's just dropped it down a point. Okay, they're getting awfully close, but they've got to be careful because this is where it all gets unstuck. They'll go around this banked curve, and then it's the infamous corner. Red Panda needs to watch out, so does Coach. But both of them, neither of them get unstuck, so that's good. Now they'll move into Degner. I tell you what, Red Panda's doing well here.
I think it's a case of Panda was in a little bit of a coast mode. His mistake.
I tell you what, do you reckon? And it's not, but I'm going to say this theory anyway. Do you reckon Red Panda was baiting Coach?
No, I think Red Panda was watching that time come down, made a mistake, and it's kind of, brought him back into the game. But
some guys are just naturally quicker. Don't lead well. You just need that extra little.
So you can see down here through the back stretch, there is no massive advantage. Obviously the medium tyres aren't in their prime yet. Those soft tyres still have a lot of grip. But it's here, through that chicane, and then outside over the bump, where Red Panda's going to have a bit of an advantage. 0.2, he'll surely be able to catch that up. And this time he decides to take advantage of the wind tunnel that's created at the back of Coach's car, but he'll have to try and hold it. He goes out wide. Coach is on the inside. Coach is going to have a better line. There's a little bit of contact. No damage, though. Lap 26.
Skins spin in CRX corner again.
So it's lap 26 to 27. Red Panda has a lap and a half to do it. Oh man.
About to hit traffic.
It's going to be everything here. Let's have a look. Coach comes around that corner.
You'll be feeling all this pressure now. It's all come down to this. A last lap and a bit.
Coach visualizing the win, but there is an ominous red omen in those side mirrors, and so he can't rest on his laurels just yet. 0.5 now the gap as they come through sector 2.
Will Panda go for the torpedo formation?
I have to admit, Red Panda's done a really good job not to have that car sideways.
Can smell a race win. Has he picked up one?
You can see them now coming through this back stretch. The Ferrari hacking away at that time. Okay. So
Those are pretty low on ERS.
So as they come here through the triangle, this is where it goes. All or nothing. Red Panda has to make the move this lap and this lap alone. In order to make it work, he burns as much ERS as possible, but he won't be able to make this turn one overtake. Well, Coach goes up on the outside, Red Panda stays on the inside. So right now, Coach has the advantage. Oh, and there's a very characteristic Red Panda catch there, but that's not going to help him with his win. It's blown out the gap to 0.4. I have to admit, though, only 0.4? That's all right. That's doable. Coach now coming around CRX corner, both of them unscathed.
Red's got absolutely no ERS to use, though, down the back straight. Won't help. Harvest.
Neither does Coach. Coach doing a great job to match the ERS usage to keep those distances on the straights. It's going to be down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen, whether or not this Ferrari can make it back. Either way, it'll be a podium finish. But will he be standing on the top step, or will he be standing just underneath? Another exemplary drive from Coach to put himself where he is, but now he's got to finish it.
Sort of pace from...
Oh, there's a little bit of a drift again.
Sort of pace from Panda tells me he could have been going faster.
So he's going to burn through all his ERS, so I think it is safe to say that what you see is what you get. Coach at a 0.6 gap. It looks like he's going to keep it. So Red Panda, very unfortunate. Got a great drive for both of them. Oh my god. Okay.
So 6 out of fuel.
Coach gets the win. Red Panda with a great drive, but my god, you almost put it into the pit wall. You loon. That would have been the greatest race end I've ever seen. If he had gone bang right into the pit wall. Finished his race.
Nice podium there for Ali. Pretty damn good drive from him.
That is, yes, to finish third. That is a great drive and a great result for Renault there in the Constructors' Championships. That's going to be some very, very sweet points. Whereas Ferrari only has the one driver to get them there. Shrimp coming around now. He'll take that fourth position as Jacob Meister finishes up in fifth. An unfortunate drive there for T-Mac. Got a couple of...
T-Mac going purple in these last two sectors. Got a chance for a fast lap here.
Oh, let's have a look. Will he set the fastest lap around this? Does he get at least some consolation? And he does. 130.6 to take it on the last lap. So T-Mac will get that extra point.
That's quick.
Great job there. CK80 comes across the line as Skins, last person to finish. So only one DNF. That's pretty good. Okay, and here comes Skins. Around the last bit.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Oh my god. Apparently the pit wall jumped into Skins' radio. Get in there, Skins! Boom!
Oh, yikes.
What a way to end. What a way to end.
No, you wouldn't read about it. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so Congratulations there to Coach. What an exemplary drive to keep that first position. Unfortunate by Red Panda, but second isn't bad. And Ali, the new kid on the block, making that third place, sitting there on the podium. Great job by him. Unfortunate for Impulse there with a DNF and a skins right at the end. But whatever. Okay, so that has been Tier 2. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know that we have.
Just one thing before we go. I believe that also makes Coach the Tier 2 World Drivers Champion.
Yes,
does.
yes, it would. Okay, so that is done and dusted. Reserved parking for you, my good sir. All right, I have been Kuno. I'm Kuno Zero. C Carrot and Ben have been with me. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you have as well. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their